I'm going to go to my, oh, that's good, sketch is done. I'm going to go to my 3D, and I'm going to extrude that piece. And let's take a look at it. I think I only did a 1/2 inch on that last one, and I made sure it was both directions. Oops. So that's called symmetric. And then I don't actually want this to be new. I want it to connect. It's gonna be weird because I don't have, and I may have to do this differently, so I haven't tried this before. I want it to add to that. All right, so we're gonna just leave that go for now. Oh, that's bigger than I want it to be though. All right, so let's go back to that extrusion. Looks like it's just not letting me do it. So 0.5, check, and it's adding, but it's not sure that it can connect right now, so that's fine. We'll just let that go. I actually probably could have done the other parts first, and maybe that would have done it. Okay, so let me show you this really cool feature that creates the pipes, because you're like, what is going on here? Now obviously these are going to be solid pipes, but that's totally okay. It doesn't matter, but we're going to do a sweep feature. So in a sweep feature, what you do, I'm going to add, in a sweep feature, what you do is you take your face that you want to sweep, so that's my circular face that I want to get down there, and then you choose a sweep path, but you have to click on the sweep path. You can't just like, choose it. There we go. I need to get rid of the edges of sketch. There we go. So I got my sweep path. I'm going to add, and it doesn't know what to merge with. I'm going to tell it to merge with this. All right, so now it's going to keep that going. Same material and everything. You can see that pipe goes down there. Looks really good. And I'm also going to tell it to merge with this one. So I want them both to, I want all that to be merged. So I'm going to hit check. That one's done. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do a sweep. I'm going to select the circle. There's supposed to be a circle at that point. Can't tell that there is one. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. I have to make that sketch visible. Sketch 7. There we go. All right, so from there to there. Oops, not to there. I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna select that. We're gonna select the sweep path, which is gonna be that line right there. We're gonna add, we want it to merge with, what's it merging with? Part 2. And yep, that's good. Love it. All right, check that out. Looks so good. All right, now the last thing we need to do is we need to get a plane that, well, actually we don't need to get a plane because I was smart, and this mid plane right here is exactly where my point is that I used from my last sketch, my circle. So I actually can use that mid plane as the plane for my last sketch. So I can make my third piece of my little strut there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect that circle. Oh, I got to make a line first. All right, I got to make a sketch. Here we go. Quick sketch. I'm going to sketch on that plane right there. I'm going to view. I don't really want to view normal to plane. This is going to be kind of a weird sketch. All right, so I want to make sure that when I draw this line, it's going to go from the center of that out to, I got to rotate this around a little bit. I got to be able to move. Well, I'm just going to leave that. Okay, I can make this work. So now I'm out of the line tool. And I can move this around. I need it to go into that, to the center of that circle right there. So I want to get this and that. Oh, perfect. Coincident with each other. Coincident. There we go. All right, so now you can see my line coming down there. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna do my last pipe. So I'm gonna do an, oh, oops, I gotta get out of my sketch. I'm gonna go do a, no, I don't want a new sketch. I want 3D object, I want the sweep. All right, so we're gonna sweep. Sweep 3, here we go. We're gonna sweep that circle right there with that line right there. We're gonna do an add. It knows what it's doing. Like that. All right, now you'll notice that that's gonna cut in, which is actually okay. I'm gonna show you how to deal with that. So I could do that, or if I go back, I'm gonna just hit check there for a second. I'm gonna go back to that sketch that I did. Right here, I'm gonna edit that sketch. I can make it be coincident with the circle instead. So I can go to this point right here. It's got a coincident constraint. I can get rid of that coincident constraint, and I can make it coincident with the circle instead. So that's actually what I'm going to do. Okay, let me do that. And just turn this around a little bit and make it coincident with the circle. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to do that and that coincident with each other. That looks like it's about as good as, it shouldn't be as good as it's going to get. Why won't it go down to that circle, that point, coincident? Well, that's weird. I'm going to have it go down that far just so I have, let's see what this looks like. Let's go down that far. Let's see what we got here. That's too far down. Yeah, it's down far enough because that circle's going to come through. All right. I know this is taking a while. Sorry about that. All right, so it merged them all. That's in there. It's in there well enough that it's not going to really matter at all. All right, now you'll notice, because this is where my pickiness gets into me a little bit. You'll notice down here that there's some gap there in the pipes, and I want to make sure that they kind of look welded to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of an extrude here. This isn't perfect by any means, but this is about as good as I could figure out. I'm going to have it, instead of going blind, I want it to go up to face, and I'm going to choose which face I want it to touch. That's this face right here. And then it's going to merge it, it's going to add, beautiful. All right, so you'll notice that it's not going through there. Here's the problem I had was when I did this before, that extrusion would go all the way through the circle. That caused some issues, so I'm trying to avoid those issues now. All right, let's do one more extrude. That to face this. Which face? Oh, there we go. That's the issue. There we go. That's the face I want it to go towards. All right. Beautiful. It's merging with all of it. Now I got a nice, healthy looking connection there. All right. You're like, Wilkins, that was a lot for just one strut, and you're kind of right about that. But what's great is now that that's done, I can just do a quick mirror feature and be done. So I'm gonna do a mirror on the wall. It's going to be an add. I'm going to add that part. Okay, and if I look at entity selected, it says part 2, which is that whole piece that came down. So that's beautiful. I'm gonna add. Oh, I don't want to do part 2 though. Let's see. We'll do a feature mirror. There we go. And so let's select the features we want to mirror. We want to mirror that feature, that feature, that feature. Well, let's just make sure those features are, yeah, see, I need to make sure that that comes along with it. See how that one's still not selected right there. There we go. I think that's everything. I think it's everything. Let's find out. Looks good. All right, mirror plane. That's gonna be this guy right here. Look at that. I'm gonna hit check. All right, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on? Why is it not mirroring everything? Edit. All right, I'm gonna try this differently. Oh, I don't want the sketch. That's why. There we go. Oh, there's all of it. Beautiful. All right, doesn't that look good?